What up, everyone? It's me, Jaylen. Um, we are back for another video, and we got a lot to talk about. We talked about this stuff yesterday, but we wouldn't have talked about it either yesterday or today, and we are talking about it right now. So let's get right into it. Give me 1 second. All right, let's get right into it. We got bad news for USC fans. Again, we got bad news for USA fans. Bronny James suffered a cardiac arrest yesterday on Monday at practice. He was practicing with some teammate. He was just, I don't know what he was doing. We don't have full image of a video. We don't have no video. All we know is that he was in the gym. He was practicing with his teammate, getting ready for the upcoming season with USC. USC have a very great team, and right now, Bronny James suffered a cardiac arrest. But they're saying he's gonna be okay. But what will LeBron say after that? Do Bronny come back and play? I'm assuming he will because we saw, obviously we did see the Mount Hamlin, but way back in January he suffered a cardiac arrest, but he still came back and played. I mean, well he didn't finish the season, but he did play this year. He's trying to face fear and blah blah blah. But like I said, Bronny suffered a cardiac arrest, and hopefully he'll be okay. There was some issue to his heart, but hopefully he'll be okay, and you don't have to miss a whole lot of time this coming year or the entire season. Other news: Jaylen Brown signed the largest contract in NBA history. It's a 5-year deal worth $304 million. Every single penny is guaranteed, even if he get injured or miss games. He did the entire. He did all the money. It's all guaranteed. There's no but about Boston to not do nothing. He did every single penny. It doesn't matter what happened. He done did his money. So Brown is gonna be locked up at the Celtic for the next 5 years. He could get traded. He could be traded, but he will not be able to be. He will not be able to be traded. He will not be able to get traded into the 2024 off season. I mean, he will be a Celtic for the entire year. He is gonna play. Celtics are gonna run his team back, but I don't think he deserves all this money. No, wait, no buts. You think Brown deserves all this money? Let me know in the comments. Put a comment down. Do Brown deserve all this money? Do he deserve $304 million? All did he deserve all that money? That type of money he did to Jason Tatum. And Tatum, he worth up to a 5-year deal worth 318 mil. He didn't get over 330 mil plus. He didn't get the Superman. Tatum didn't get 5 years over 130 million. It worth up to 318 million, but he is worth up to a Superman's contract. But if you play both of your players to Supermax, you're gonna get punished heavily. So if you're playing both of your players $300+ million each, then who are you gonna have left to pay? The Celtics are gonna regret letting go of people like Grant Williams, letting go of people like Marcus Smart. Them guys were very important to the team. They were one of the reasons why they were able to get to where they been throughout 2 years. Didn't get back to pay Eastern Conference Finals to the same Miami team. Didn't go to the NBA Finals, but they're gonna regret this. We got other news we can talk about in this video. We got other news. We got Justin Herbert. He signs a 5-year deal worth 62 worth $262.5 million. It's the largest contract in NFL history and the largest contract in the NFL right now. So right now, Hurts he didn't pay for Hurts is not a high pay player. He didn't pay at 54 million a year. Lamar Jackson at 52 million a year. Jalen Hurts at 51 million a year. Aaron Rodgers at 50 million a year. Deshaun Watson at 40. Sean Kyle Murray at 41 point. Kyle Murray 41. I mean Kyle Murray 46.1 million a year. Deshaun Watson at 46 million a year. Mahomes at 45 million a year. Josh Allen at 43 mil. And Daniel Jones, and Dak Prescott, I imagine they're all tied for 11 when it comes to the highest paid players in the NFL. All tied for 10. So Dak Prescott is right now the 10th or 11th highest paid player in the NFL. Redacted now the 11 hires they play because of this huge contract. Other news, Saquon Barkley. Good news for Giant fans. Saquon Barkley, he did re-sign with the Giants. It's on a 1-year deal worth $11 million. They were not able to reach an agreement to a very, very large contract, but they were able to reach an agreement to bring him up for 1 more year. I had a 1-year deal worth $11 million. With other news, Trayvon Diggs re-signed with the Cowboys. It's a 5-year deal worth $97 million. Yeah, like I said, a 5-year deal of $97 million. That's pretty much all the news we have for you right now. The other recent news, that's some news for Saints fans. If you're a Saints fan, I got some news for y'all. The Saints did sign 2 people yesterday to add to the team. One of the people is the Saints legend. His name is Jimmy Graham. I never even heard of him. I didn't know he was even a Saint. But all I know is he's coming back home. He was from here. He played here for 4 years with Drew Brees, and he was excellent. He had over 51 touchdowns over the 4 years he was there. But all I know is that he played there, and he was. And I heard he was pretty good. My brother told me he pretty good, so I'm trusting the fact. But he is gonna be a third or fourth string tight end. The reason I say that because y'all got all these tight ends already in front of him. You have DeJuan Johnson got a great last year. He had 7 touchdowns. He had about close to 1,000. He did pretty good. I mean, DeJuan Johnson is gonna be tight end number one. Like DeJuan Johnson played very well last. DeJuan Johnson played very, very well last year. I mean, he stepped in big in his role. I mean, he was great last year. He was amazing last year, and he gonna be a tight end number one. Your tight end number two is gonna be Foster Moore. He from the Raiders had Foster Moore had a great connection with Derek Carr. Great connection with Derek Carr. Excellent connection. He gonna be your tight end number two. Possibly your tight end number three could be Jimmy Graham. But right now, I believe your tight end number three should be Taysom Hill. But since you got Juan Johnson, Foster Moore, and now Jimmy Graham, and your number one, number two, and number three tight ends, Taysom Hill do not have to be a tight end now. Now you have 3 tight ends for this upcoming year. DeJuan Johnson is already locked in for two. DeJuan Johnson is already locked in for the next, I believe, 3 years. Foster Moore also is locked in for the next 3 years. Jimmy Graham is locked in for 1 year though. Remember he's 36 years old. He did not play last year on no NFL team. He was not on an NFL team last year. And again, he's 36 years old. He's old. He don't have nothing to tank. I mean, I'm not saying he's not a bad player. He's supposed to be. He is a good player. Like I said, he do not have a lot left in the tank because of his age. Y'all remember, he's not going to be the same Jimmy Graham when he was a Saint back in the 2000 through the 2014 season. I mean, he was the Saint for 4 years. He was a beast. I watched his highlights. I didn't watch all the highlights, but I watched most of his highlights, and he was pretty good. An element highlight I did watch. I'm still not finished on his video when he was playing for us, but like I said, Jimmy Graham is 36, so he will do some snaps. But he's basically be like a little road guy. He can be like the motivator, keeping the team motivated, doing all type of blah blah. Like he'll be there to motivate the team, and he'll probably get a few snaps. We also got another Saints move that we made. We also signed Trevin Turner, I believe. I forgot his name. So many people. I'm trying to think what their names are. Let me see. Give me a second. Trying to see what his full name is. Trying to see. I think it's Trevin Turner. 1 second, Saint fans and all the fans. Right, his name is Trey Turner. That's his name. So another Saint. So both of them are 5-time Pro Bowlers. Jimmy Graham is a 5-time Pro Bowler, and Trevin Turner is also a 5-time Pro Bowler. Every year that good. Team used to be good. So the Saints made some moves. I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. Saints fans, Derek Carr and the Saints, Michael Thomas all had a media day a couple days ago, and they looked ready. And I heard this rumor about the fans said, "My team, for the love of God, please play more than one game, please." I don't blame him. I don't blame him. But hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, give the video thumbs up. And you want news, come right here to the channel on Jaylen B.1. We'll give you all the news right away. Not right away, but we'll give you the news as soon as possible. Give the video thumbs up and everything. Night, night.